Good morning, beautiful people in the beauty industry. Bill Neal coming to you live from Oak Hill, West Virginia, right in front of the United Methodist Church. It's going to be a great day. Listen, couple of things. If you are, good morning, one of our Redkin friends, first thing this morning, I woke up and checked email, and it's official. One of my people, check your text. I've already sent you out everything. Good morning, Katir. There you go. Look at you. Already jumping in. I love that. Love people. Michael, what? All the big dogs are here. Can you hear me at all?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I am delighted to hear you and see you.
Yeah.
It's a good day for you. It's a good day. I see what you're putting out there. It looks really good on you.
Thank you.
The glam squad was at the foot of the bed this morning.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. There is so much I want to talk about. I want to pick your brain. I want to know more. You have details I need to know. Good morning, Pure Lux Salon. All my favorites are here. I love that. Let's begin. Tell us how you got to be one of the chosen few Biolage educator artist, Matrix educator artist. I mean, you're kind of a big deal. Talk to me.
So honestly, my whole career started when I was about probably 6 and 8 years old.
What?
I grew up in a family that we never went to salons. We did everything at home. And my first service, probably around 6 to 8 years old, was a relaxer in my aunt's kitchen. And I used a needle nose Marcel curling iron on her. And my next services were on the smoother textured side of the family. I was doing Tony and Lilt perms on my great aunts.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. I remember Easter to me smells like Lilt perms. That you just dated me. I remember that smell so much. That's hysterical. I love that.
And that's how I've known since I was like 5 years old that I wanted to do this. I wanted to be what I considered a hair goddess, because back in the days in our salons, they wore uniforms and they wore skirts. And I always thought that every time we would like pass one in a department store, I thought they were hair goddesses. And I said, one day I'm going to be a hair goddess and I want to have my own salon. And here we are. And now I'm an educator. I educate. I have a salon. I love what I do, and I'm living my dream job.
I love that for you. That's yummy. Thank you so much. Tell me where Biolage came into your story, please.
Well, 14 and a half years ago, I had a salon, and I had a class, and I accidentally told my staff that we needed 2 models per every 1 person. We needed 1 model for 2 people. So we had 14 people that were models for this class, and we had to get them done. And so one of my friends, Lynn, who was a Matrix Biolage educator with me back then, was the educator for my class. And like we busted it out. We were working on those models. We were getting them done. I had an assembly line going. And she had called my friend Lori at the time, who was our manager, and said, we need this girl on our team. And with that referral, I started.
I love that. So what attracted you to Biolage?
So just the whole fact of it being the natural part of it, the botanical part of it, the overall relaxation part of it. It's the smell. I don't care like who you are, someone knows that smell. It reminds them of like, oh, I remember, my mom used to use that on me. There's that memory, there's that foundation with it. And it performs. And I'm a person that I work on all patterns, all textures. I like to say that I work on all patterns and textures with a focus on curl. I don't want to say I'm a curl specialist because that's not the only thing I do.
Gotcha.
But this product performs on all patterns, no matter if it's bone straight or coarse straight, all the way up to highly coily, coily fine, coily coarse. It performs.
Love that. Thank you. And Biolage has been through some changes through the years, and they're just working on one now. Can we talk about that a little bit, please?
Yes, yes, yes. And of course, because I have pictures, we have new packaging. So
Love.
our we moved away from the what we call the bowling pin shape
Gotcha.
into more of a spa look. And now we have it's clean. It is what it is. Every line from Color Last to Hydra Source, it's just this perfect, beautiful picture that you can display in your salon. It gives, your retail area, this beautiful like upgrade,
Yes.
into now what we are having more hair spa services, and we have more hair spa salons that are
Yes.
coming up.
Yes.
And this now is positioned to fit perfectly with that aesthetic and with that look that now salons and hair spas are going towards.
Love that. So smart. So smart. But wait, Biolage didn't just do that. I mean, that's not enough. They took this opportunity, and I'm going to show off what I got in my car. This is the new packaging. It is spa. It is clean. It has the iconic logo that everybody recognizes and all that. But this is a whole new. Can we talk about this? Full
Yeah.
rescue. What do you
Yes.
know about it? I know it's pretty.
So, so Full Rescue was designed to help with what we call hair fall and strengthening the strands of hair. So there's a lot of different stressors out in the world that can cause us to, shed hair. So
Okay.
hair fall is our term for shedding.
Okay.
So many people worry about hair fall, hair shedding,
Yeah.
and it's a humongous concern. And there's lots of different reasons. There could be, internal reasons for that. There could be their scalp issues, lack of moisture on the scalp. The follicle might be inflamed. We might have inflammation of the scalp. It works at the scalp level, but it also works on the strand. So with the strand, we have mechanical stressors.
Yes.
So what those are, and this is what I like to break down, like when I teach, because like we have a really great class coming up on this. We have our certification, our first certification through Scalp Sync. We have our certification 2.0 with the new Full Rescue that I suggest everybody take. But
I'm out. We can find that. Let's
yeah,
give them a location and I'll post it in the comments. L'Orealaccess.com. You can be certified in the whole new line. And if
yes,
you're in or playing in the head spa game, you need to be certified.
yeah.
Come on. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's an amazing. I love the certification. It really dives deep into a lot of different aspects. It talks about the hair growth cycle and how that can be affected because we really don't talk about that, when we're consulting with our clients. And so when we talk to our clients and we're asking them, in our consultation, so, what's your routine? Like, how often are you washing your
Sure.
hair? And our clients will reveal so much in that consultation on, what's happening with their hair, but then what they're inflicting on their hair themselves.
Yes.
And that's mechanical stress.
Yes.
So we have chemical stress, mechanical stress, and then heat stress.
I'm
And a
out.
lot of people,
Michael
go ahead.
Alber, I'm going to call him a buddy because I stalk him so much. I feel like we're besties. He may not feel that way, but Michael just posted, I think my hair fall is because of my age. Now, Michael, 30 is way too young. That has nothing to do with age.
Yes,
Mine is stress related. I'm just saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's okay. So, we have mechanical and heat stress, which a lot of people put
Yes.
together, but they're completely different
Yes.
things. So actual mechanical stress is kind of what we do every day to our hair. You know, the wear and tear that we have on our hair. If you wear your hair up in a bun all the time, that friction from those hair ties, hair clips. When you have a client that tells you, oh, well, you know, I comb my hair out in the shower because it's so tangly, I can only do it with conditioner. Well, they're combing through their hair in a very fragile state
Yes.
while it's wet.
Yes.
That's mechanical stress.
Yes.
Um, we also, when people are, you know, just overworking their hair, I have a lot of clients that I've got a sensitive scalp. So when I pull, I say, I'm so sorry. They're like, oh, no, girl, that's okay. Because I just rip through my hair when I'm at home. And I'm like, that's mechanical stress.
Yeah.
So being able to fix that on the strand to repair those weak hair fibers, we're not only working at the scalp level to create a healthy, hydrated environment for that follicle and for that strand to grow out of, but we're also creating strength and like helping those weak fibers as the hair, you know, lives outside of the follicle. So
Perfect.
it's wonderful. And like, you know, like Michael said, you know, with age, our hair
Yeah.
changes. And with, you know, even, you know, pregnancy, women go through hair
Sure.
changes, hormonal change.
Sure.
There's so many reasons for, you know, the potential for hair fall, but being able to get a hold on it and be able to, you know, really just make sure that that scalp environment is healthy for, you know, that hair to grow. That's what we need,
Right
and we
to the
need to
bottom of
have that discussion.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. Biolage has 4 beautiful products coming out, and they are releasing now. Caitlin Loves Hair joined us. Yay! Love her. Love her. Um, 4 new Biolage products. I have them in my car because, not humble brag, I'm kind of a big deal. Biolage sent them to me.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm going to be showing, smelling all over West Virginia today, all the way home. One of the things that they did that I think is so smart, and I just want to show on this, on the side of the package is a QR code. You can scan, and it says, scan the QR code to learn more. It's not just a pretty bottle.
Yes.
If you don't know what's in it or how to use it, it's just a pretty bottle.
Yeah.
This is smart. Tell us about the shampoo, if you would. What does it do?
So the shampoo, it cleanses the hair and it strengthens and densifies the strand of hair from scalp all the way to the ends. So when you're using the shampoo, because I've gotten to use it and I'm using it on myself because I have hair fall. You can feel the difference in the strands with the shampoo. The shampoo is really light. It's super concentrated. You do not need a lot of this product, which, you know, a lot of people want bang for their buck
Yes.
out of their product.
Yes.
And you do, even with as much hair as I have, or as much hair as I appear to have, because I'm using full density, I don't need a lot of this product. And so it's going to give resistance to hair fall due to the breakage, give you immediately fuller looking hair.
Love that. All right. While we were talking, 2 industry celebrities, icons came strolling into the room. Robert Santana. I
Oh,
mean,
hi.
right? Love him. And then the one, the only, I'm going to say my bestie, Leah Sturck.
Oh,
I
Leah.
love her.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, hi.
Full Rescue has a beautiful shampoo. Tell me about the conditioner.
So the conditioner nurtures the weak hair fibers, strengthens the hair instantly, and gives that hair beautiful slip because we want to protect that strand. We want that strand to be wrapped in goodness to give it that protection so that when we are combing through it, we get that nice glow, that nice glide. We're reducing friction. We're reducing that hair as we're combing, going snap as we're combing through it. So it's going to give you also with the shampoo immediately fuller looking hair. It's going to keep that fullness going. So I don't even know. I love the way that it feels, especially having curly hair. It helps me with my definition because it smooths those strands down.
I love this. This is the first time I've opened it. I wanted to do it on camera. It just melts into my hand.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it does to the scalp. It's not
Yeah.
heavy, it's not greasy. I mean, I can tell you what it's not, but what it is kind of yummy. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
And
neat
the
experience.
smell with having like the rosemary oil and the niacinamide in there, that smell is just, and it still has like, that Biolage foundation, but the ingredients really just make the smell when I'm using it on my clients are like, wait, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
That's what Biolage is known for, our scents, that aromatics and that aromatherapy that we give. And we still have this with this product.
Biolage has played with new stuff, new categories before, so they're kind of revolutionary with that. But with the full rescue, there's a serum. Can we talk?
Yes.
That looks skincare. It looks high end.
It's,
That's
it's
beautiful.
amazing. So that promotes healthy hair as it grows. So you put that on after you shampoo and condition, you put that on and section the hair, dribble a little bit, like every inch of your hair on your scalp, and rub it in for 1 minute. Now, when I do this at the salon, it's an added bonus. We already, that when clients come in, they already have, the stress of the day. The shampoo is where, they
Yeah.
just can release everything. So I like to do this at the shampoo bowl, get it on there, and I will massage each area as I'm putting it on and kind of prolong that experience. And so
Yes.
this is going to, the scalp is going to feel healthier. If you have like a sensitized scalp, this just releases and makes the scalp feel so much less tight, less like just leathery. That's the
Right.
word I'm going to use. It
No.
just makes it feel less leathery, but it also helps to balance the scalp, keep that moisture balance in check. And so this can be used daily. So if you feel that you need to put it on, if you do have like that tightness of the scalp, which sometimes, especially in the winter, we can have,
Yes.
you can put this on.
In, in the summer, so many clients doing protective styling. The
Oh,
braids, your
yeah,
first day with braids is
yeah,
an issue.
yes.
So I can only imagine this is going to be something that's going to help those folks that spend the
Yeah.
summer in the water in braids.
And I literally have a client that is getting braids done. And we were talking yesterday that she had noticed that her hair has been changing. And she's one of my clients that kind of comes in like she has stretched out appointments. And so in between, she also just has some stressors that are affecting her hair. And she's like, I've noticed that my hair is a lot thinner. And I'm like, the strand thinner or your density thinner?
Right.
And she's like, that's a great question. She's like, the density. She's like, I feel like I'm losing hair. And she's like, in protective stylings, I'm like, you want to be careful because, if you're going through a stage where maybe you are going through some hair shedding or you're in that phase, you just want to be more gentle and you want to really take care of that
Yeah.
scalp. So when we have these protective styles, when we have our hair maybe in extensions and braiding and things
Yes.
like that, we want to make sure that that scalp, that foundation is strong enough for those protective styles.
Leah wanted to clarify, Leah Sturk again, wanted to clarify, this is great for all hair types, question mark?
All hair types, all hair textures.
Because we're
Yes.
dealing with, to your point, the scalp as a
Yes.
foundation and the benefits flow down the strand.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Good call, Leah. All right, one last product, and it's new. Tell me about the densifying. That gets my mouth water. Densifying leave-in spray. Tell me about that.
So it's a leave-in, and I love this because it makes the hair look thicker and feel fuller. It has polymers in it to make the hair just blossom. So what I love about this is with like especially my curly haired clients and my fine haired clients or my straight haired clients, on each of those spectrums we use specific products to create our finishes.
Sure.
So I'm going to use something that's going to give me definition, where somebody who has a straighter strand of hair is going to use something to keep their hair in control and not frizzy
Yes.
and maintain. With this product, because of the texture of it, I can use this on the hair under any product that I put on top of it, and it's not going to inhibit the performance of your styling product. It's not
Oh,
going to add any weight to, like, straighter hair, and it's not going to cause my gel to not give me the definition that I need. It cocktails or layers perfectly with any of your products as that foundation to create that nice fullness. And then your product goes over top of that to create, the finish, the definition, the smoothness, whatever it is. I love it.
this will not make hairspray ineffective or loosen the
Exactly.
gel or whatever. As a primer, this just goes to support the next one. Is
Yeah.
that true?
Yes, absolutely. I put it I put that stuff on everything. It's like, Frank's Red Hot hot sauce. I put that stuff on everyone.
Everybody starts here. Everybody
Yes.
starts here. When you say densifying, I mean, I get it for the fine haired people, but
Yes.
I'm in the part of the world that we like big hair.
Yeah.
Densifying is something that just makes my mouth water. Oh, densifying. Tell me about densifying.
So
What's
it just, if you want big hair, this will help you get it. I've used it on a few clients, like, when I was experimenting with it when I
sure.
first got it. And, even just diffusing, I have, a lot of my curly haired clients that have lighter strands of hair. And even in their diffusing, that volume is there because it's full. It's been filled with all of the good stuff and it just performs. So when you're trying to get volume, it's not going to hinder that process by laying something heavy on. The strands are plumper and that hair just grows. So it's wonderful.
We love densifying products. Thank you so much for this, Biolage. All right.
Yes.
I would be remiss because you are an artist educator for Biolage, which is lovely. I would be remiss if I didn't tap your brain about a new product out and available from Matrix because you're also a Matrix
Yes.
artist educator. Super Sync.
Yes.
We've seen it come from Europe. It's finally in America. Tell us about Super Sync. And I have a tube. I don't know if you can see it. 6 double N,
Oh,
baby. I have it
oh
in
my
my hot
God.
little hand. Tell me about Super
Absolutely.
Sync.
Great coverage, up to 75% great coverage on the hair. I can't, okay, so I get really passionate when I talk about color and, like the base and the foundation of it. We have our double ends that you can use for gray coverage, and it saturates those strands. It's absolutely beautiful. So you can use, both sides of Super Sync. You can use the regular Super Sync, if you want, I use it for dimensional coverage.
Yes.
If I have a client that has gray hair, but it's a really great pattern, or their grays are evenly distributed, and I want to enhance that and I want to utilize that, I can use, our like a 6N
Sure.
in color sync.
Sure.
But then if I want the full saturation of that, I can use the 6N to really, really get that nice color and that nice reflection without, having to go maybe to a permanent color line.
Right. And it's still demi. So there's
Yeah.
no harsh line of regrowth weeks later. Talk to
Yes. And
me
10
about that
volume,
because I
10
just think
volume.
I see my world suddenly living in demi really hard as
Oh, yeah,
opposed to going straight to the permanent tubes.
absolutely. So with the demi, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 volume. It's a quicker service. It grows out so softly and beautifully that you don't have that regrowth line. So if you have those clients that, like mine, need to spread their appointments out, or because of, like with my clients having curl, we don't need our trims as often. We don't need our services as regularly. So my clients can come in with a little bit more growth, but it's a nice blend of that growth out because you don't have like what I call the landing strip at
Yes.
the part line.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got so many great colorists online now chiming in. It's just terrific. This, as a demi, it's going to change the world for me.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really is.
And I love it because, and I just love our sync line as a whole. I love because it's a demi-permanent, but it has the attitude of a permanent. It lasts. The color results last on the hair. One way that I use, I mean, you can use it for, the gray coverage, a refresh, a low light, your color corrections, filling, all that good stuff. But I love to use this now, especially like the lighter, like on my 11s and my 10s. I like to use it on my gray haired clients that have now gone natural.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh.
So when you go from coloring your hair for 30 years and now you're completely natural and you have that beautiful silver, that beautiful white, they don't know how to work with this non-chemically treated hair
Right.
because they've been chemically dependent for so long.
Sure.
So I love to use Color Sync as like a glossing treatment just to reshift that hair, re-soften that hair back into the hair that they know that they can work with. But I'm also delivering all the wonderful benefits, the conditioning and the
Sure.
shine and the feel that they're used to, but still keeping them in that new gray era that they're in. So I mean, there's so many things you can do with this, just to enhance the hair, add a tone to the hair, shift your color. It's a refresh. It's perfectly paired with our So Color line, so you can refresh with this. It's amazing. It's always been
I'm
amazing.
It's always been amazing, but they really stepped it up on this one. I just think that's brilliant.
And the
And
feel of it too. The feel's good too.
yeah, you've probably been doing it all along, but I didn't know. I just found out about it. So you know me, as soon as I find something out, I tell the world. On this package, there's a QR code for more information.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Guess where it takes you? It takes you to the website we used for Biolage certification, www.l'orealaccess.com. It's there. They've thought of everything. The world is changing in the most beautiful way. Has there ever been a better time to be a color or a matrix colorist? Has there ever?
No, no. Well, anytime you're with Matrix, it's wonderful.
I mean,
But
true.
now we're giving you, and I'm about education.
Yes.
When it comes to education, when it comes to that foundation and knowing what you're working with, a lot of times, you hear stylists that are, they have questions when they're behind the chair and, call the 800 number. And not every time you have that chance
Yes.
to get on the phone, call
Yes.
the 800 number.
Yes.
We have the QR codes there that give you the information, right? You have your phone at your station. The information's right there. And so we are making it easier for our stylist and our colorist to have access to us right there on the side of the
I
box.
love that. Speaking of resources, the l'orealaccess.com, huge resource. Please, anybody with questions about anything dealing with Biolage, with the new full rescue line coming out, anybody with questions about Matrix, I mean, come on, the Super Sync especially, it's getting some interest. It's changing the world in small towns across Ohio, West Virginia, and Virginia. People are talking. You want to know more? You have resources. I'm a resource. Guess what? This is a new resource for you too. Any questions, concerns, comments, please drop them here, whether you're watching us live or in the future as this reel lives on our pages. I'm so happy you said yes. You said yes to coming on CarTalk. I am so happy. We got so much interesting information. Thank you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Like I said, I feel like I'm on a celebrity show right now.
Okay. All right. What I know is it's been a great way to start a Friday morning. Thank you so much.
Thank
People,
you.
stay tuned, reach out, slide into DMs, leave a question. We're here to help. We're a resource. That's what we do. Kateri, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. I hope you've started me off on a great way. I hope I've done the same for you.
Yes.
Bye, guys.